Hello and welcome, friends. So, I wanted to do a little bit of an investigation today because I put up this post a few days ago on Twitter quoting somebody else who had posted this video of these two gentlemen who go under the name on TikTok and other bits of social media as Come Dean With Me Live. These are two white English ginger Muslim converts trying to search for a way that they can have a full English breakfast without breaking the rules of Islam. So they're looking for a halal English breakfast with sausage and bacon. They managed to do it. It's a very heartwarming scene where they managed to just get some turkey bacon and chicken and beef sausage. Whatever. So I was trying to make the point here that when they talk about our leaders, talk about successful integration in multicultural Britain, what they actually mean is this, where we convert to the culture of the foreigners who come into these lands. I was trying to make a comment like that. I thought it was pretty simple, and I'm sure that most people got that. But instead of focusing on that point, most of what everybody had to say in the replies, and you can see you've got, Pedro Gonzalez, even Darren Grimes is in here somewhere, commenting, just going, yeah, but why are they always ginger, though? Why are they always ginger? And you know what? This is a fair question, because you do see in the UK, the modern multicultural UK, these kinds of Muslim converts who are always ginger. You do get some who aren't, right? But you mostly they're ginger, right? And why is that? Why is that? I think that the reason that it might happen personally, and we'll go on to other people's theories in a few minutes, but personally, I think the reason is, if you just look at these guys, right? If you can go onto their YouTube channel and see all of the stuff that they post about, and you can go onto the videos that they post on here, because they've got their own little podcast, because of course they do. Everybody's got a podcast. I'm on a podcast, so I can't complain, right? But it starts off with a little rap done by this gentleman, the one in the middle, Ben, and then also you see the kind of interviews that they conduct on here, like with this guy. There's a certain physiognomy. He looks a bit ginger, but maybe he's brown hair, so I'm not going to get my calipers out and start measuring, but there is a certain physiognomy that comes with this. And if it was 10, 15 years ago, I would put that physiognomy firmly in what we in Britain know as chavs, right? These tend to be working class council estate kids who had adopted a version of black culture, like rap and grime culture. Evidently, this is where these guys come from, because the Ben gentleman, he is a rapper. So it's this subset of British children, now adults, who seem very prone to adopting foreign cultures that have come to the land, maybe out of a sense of displacement with their own culture, maybe because of the fact that they grew up in poor environments where they were more likely to come into touch with these people, and they felt a greater sense of cultural connection to the people they were spending most days with, rather than the culture of their direct ancestors. So that's kind of my theory, which is these are just repackaged chavs, which are just a particular subset of British youths. But also, the other thing that seems to be quite worrying about this trend is that it's not that they're just converting to Islam, it's that there is a shocking number of radical converts to Islam represented among ginger white people in England and Scotland, which is kind of worrying, because they seem to be more likely than most white converts to convert not just to Islam, but some kind of radical jihad type Islam. And I was lucky enough to find that this had actually already been commented on over 10 years ago by our old friend Milo Yiannopoulos and Jeremy Wilson on the website Breitbart, asking why redheads are attracted to radical Islam. And they've got some shocking figures in here. So they did a little survey of national newspaper coverage of white converts to radical Islam that had been published between the 5th of August 2013 and the 4th of August 2014, so a full year, and they were excluding cases where there was no evidence of extremism or radicalization. They discovered that 76% of white British converts to radical Islam had red hair. In the Daily Mail archives, it was 69% were ginger. In the Mirror and the Telegraph, it was similar. And the Guardian, the reports that the Guardian did, was a full 100% ginger terrorist rate right there. Now, they don't want to put any sort of genetic question into it. It's not that you're necessarily genetically inclined to terrorism if you are ginger, although Scotland maybe presents a counterpoint to that. But apparently this has been noted by actual Muslim organizations as well. So they spoke to Tell Mama, a Islamophobia tracker organization, that said, for whatever reason, there does seem to be a number of people with ginger hair that are present in extremist activities. In no way do I suggest that the gene for ginger hair is a factor, but bizarre it is. I don't know. If the evidence is pointing in one direction, we can't say for certain. But Occam's razor, the director of a leading Muslim think tank, said, "I'm glad someone's finally tackling this thorny topic. Oh my God, thank God. All of the terrorists that we interview are ginger." So and he said that, I can remember having a conversation with a counterterrorism police officer in 2008 about this, and he claimed most of the converts he dealt with are ginger. Another prominent Muslim in public life who appears regularly in the media adds, "There are no reliable statistics on this, but ginger people do tend to be overrepresented in extremist circles." And apparently Anjem Chowdhury had a load of gingers around him as well. So the evidence is stacking up, my red-haired friends. And it's important to point out as well, this isn't necessarily like general red-headed people where you can get auburn hair, you know, the Celtic beauty type phenotype. No, this is proper pasty, burns in the sun after 5 minutes, freckly, bright red gingers. And Milo and his co-writer have a particular explanation for this, which is in the British Isles in particular, right? This seems to be unique to the British Isles and England in particular. We love to bully gingers. I've got some ginger friends, and yeah, it is a point that we make that he's ginger and he should feel ashamed. And if you're ginger watching this right now, then I don't know what to tell you. There's no help. It's completely Jova for you. But yeah, they keep getting bullied. They're pushed to the outskirts of social circles. They become outcasts, and then they can find some kind of community and brotherhood within Islam. And because of the fact that recent converts tend to be a bit more fundamentalist on this, because it's not a culture that they've grown up in, it's something that they have chosen, so they want to be as Muslim as possible, they take very, very strict interpretations of the writings that are presented to them, which makes them more likely to slide into some kind of radical extremism. That's the theory put forward here. And yeah, I do think that there is some validity to it, especially because at the bottom here of the article, you've got redheads who turned, and it's quite the lineup right here. So you've got this guy, this very, very ginger chap right here. Another ginger. This guy, yeah, ginger. This guy's very ginger. Now, this is a prime example of the chav phenotype right here. This guy, I can imagine, is MC Chippy, apparently. I don't want to be too disparaging, but what this is a perfect picture of the British underclass, a proper scum type. Not saying that, you know, these people are necessarily scum in general, but I mean, this guy became an extremist, apparently. Or at least, it says Chippy is not known to be an extremist. Either way, he converted. So there's all sorts of examples here. And this is over 10 years old now. And as we can see, more and more examples keep piling up. So that's the theory as presented right now. Let me know if you've got any opposing theories. Are they just chavs who've taken a different approach to the ones who adopted black culture 10, 15 years ago? Are they bullying victims searching for community? Or is it something else, something potentially more sinister? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.